How are we doing today?
Oh, I need to not chat.
We are live outside because it is a beautiful day.
Yep.
Slight breeze, but still nice. It's actually a nice breeze. Almost all the snow is gone except for the garden area.
Ooh, we have one person in.
Oh, hello everyone. So today is not my average day to film, and it's not technically my week. I missed last week, but I was helping with the chicken coop, and so I couldn't go live. And then I was busy the next day and I couldn't go live.
Yeah.
So, Hannah said I could go live this week.
And then I'll just go live next week.
But then I was busy yesterday, so I went live today.
Yep.
And I would have gone live at my usual time at 2, but we're gonna go outside and work because it's such a beautiful day. Rake the leaves up.
It's warm out because I don't have any kind of jacket or anything, and then she just has that on.
Yep.
It's really nice outside. Warm with a slight cold breeze.
So we can't see the table, so I'll have to hold up stuff. Perfect. Okay. So today.
Hello, Kathy.
Hi everyone. Hannah's my comment reader today.
Yes.
That creative bug. I can't see the screen, mostly because I have glasses on.
Here,
no.
We can try and move the camera down a little bit if you need to.
No, it's alright. I'll just hold up stuff. Okay. So today, I thought it would be fun to show how to make a felt muffin. I've made one before, and when I've shown you guys, but my little sister lost it. It was her muffin anyways. But it's going to fit perfectly into a muffin tin, so the little kids can play with it. I bought this at the dollar store, and I made a chocolate chip one, but today I'm going to make a blueberry felt muffin.
Yep. Oh, and real quick, how is the audio, the microphone right here, and how is the video? I almost said how is the audio and how is the sound.
I was going to say that, but
yeah.
That's why I have you here. You can correct me. Feel free to ask questions, you guys. I will be working. I can't see. So Hannah will read the questions. Okay.
Hello, Georgia. There's it's Kathy. She said my granddaughter, who is 4, wants to say hello. Her name is Georgia.
Oh, hi, Georgia. So first, what you need to make a felt muffin. You need scissors. You need a muffin liner. Now, I wouldn't use the paper one. I would buy the metal ones.
Hi, Lisa Marie.
Hi. The metal ones work better when you cut it, because you're going to have to cut this and trace it as your pattern. But I would use the metal ones. They work better. You're going to need... no, you're not really going to need pins. If you use the paper muffin liner, you're going to have to use pins. Needle to hand sew it. It's really, really easy to hand sew. It's just a whip stitch. You're going to need some tan...
thread.
Thank you. And
scissors.
If you're making a normal colored muffin, you're going to need some tan felt. And it's not very big, but this is just some leftover ones I had. Now, if you want to do a flavor, I did chocolate chip my first one. You're going to need a certain color for that. Now,
for chocolate chip, she did dark brown, but because she's doing blueberry, she's doing this nice royal blue.
So I'll show how to make it in a second. So if you want to make banana chip, you're going to need some
yellow, yeah.
Yeah, some yellow.
And you can always do little yellow squares because there's always the nuts in it too, so you can have squares and circles.
And then I wrote down my instructions just in case, because it's been a while since I made one. Okay, so the first thing you need to do, I'll show. Take your muffin liner.
The audio and video is good, and Kathy said you made her day.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Ann Waters.
Hi. Okay, so the first thing you do is just take your felt. This is just some scraps leftovers I had. And take it and put it down like that. I forgot to bring a pen out. Oh, well.
Pen.
So
I can run in and go get one real quick if you want me
to. Yeah, that actually would be helpful. Now,
they said Gina D? I think that's how you pronounce the name. I'm sorry, I'm very bad at pronouncing names if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Hello, Gina D.
It's kind of windy out, so hopefully my stuff won't blow across the table.
Yes, it is amazing outside. It's nice and warm and no jackets, like you said. Yep. All right, I'm gonna go get a pen.
So I'll wait a second while she's grabbing the pen. So what am I thinking? So this pattern actually works also for making a cupcake. I've never made a cupcake before, so there's different ways to make icing. I mean, I've made a cake before. Stay there. Here, I'll show here. For my sister's birthday, I made her a whole bunch of cakes. So this is my own pattern, and there's a strawberry, because she loves strawberry stuff because of strawberry shortcake. So there's that. I've never made a cupcake before, but it's the same thing. you may want to look up how to make icing. I may do a tutorial on that in the future. We'll see.
Alright, I'm back. I grabbed 2 different pens just in case one was dead, and a pencil in case you needed that one too.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. So the first thing you do is take your muffin tin, and with the bigger circle, put that upside down on the felt like that, and then trace that out. This will be the top of your muffin. This is a super easy pattern. Even pen.
I can see Corbin. He's pressing his face against the window. He wants to come out.
I should have grabbed a
and
marker.
play.
Oh, well. Just you can trace it, but I think I'm just gonna cut it. Now, guys, you don't have to be perfect on this. And now the thing for me is I'm really OCD, so I
Yeah.
try my best to be perfect. But I found that this is helping kind of put into my artsy side that doesn't really exist because I'm not super artsy.
Your artsy side that doesn't exist.
But it helps to show that not everything needs to be perfect.
Hi, Margaret.
Every time I make a felt food, it's a lot of trial and error because I don't have a pattern for it. Well, most times.
Yeah, the first blueberry she made, it looked like it was like bubbling out from the inside.
And it was super big.
Yeah.
But now I will say when you make felt food, if you're anything like I've heard people say, the first time you probably won't do, it will look cute, but it won't look your best.
Yeah, but we have lots of felt food we can show you of different ones she's done, like this one right here. She made a whole cake for Jenna's birthday.
Yeah.
4 different slices. They're huge. And they've got a strawberry on the top. And this is like whipped cream on the sides. Sorry if you hear whining. That's my dog. She wants to not be on the deck and be actually outside running around playing. But look at the cake. It is so cute.
Now, like, see here, this isn't a perfect circle, but that's, it kind of makes it original when it's not perfect.
I mean, have you seen a muffin that has a perfect circle in the first place?
I've seen one circle that was really nice. I mean, one muffin that was really perfect. But I mean,
yeah.
As time goes on, now the thing is,
that's a scary spider.
She's scared of insects. Now the thing is, now if you want to make like a pineapple, for example, your first one might not be so great. I don't care, but it might not be the best looking pineapple in the world. But you may not want to make another pineapple, so it kind of, well, it just have to be that way. Oh no. Okay, so the next step after you cut it out, this is going to be the top part of your muffin.
Kathy said she loves your work and she's not an artist either, so.
Oh yeah, I'm very.
Okay, Buttercup just hit the spider with her tail.
That's alright. Now take your muffin lighter and your scissors and cut down the middle. It doesn't matter where, just cut it down like that. And then you're going to cut out the bottom circle. And this is going to be your muffin pattern. So just cut it out like this. So, so the thing about felt food is that it's a lot of fun.
I'll move the camera down a little.
It's like the perfect thing if you want to sit down and watch a movie or read a book or something. If you want to just sit down and relax, you can sew most of it by hand.
I can't. You want to try and move the camera down?
Oh no.
Dad said we should probably move the camera down a little bit so you can see what you're doing.
Well, I'm holding it up while I'm doing it, we can try to move it down. Now, see, the metal one worked a lot better than the paper one. That one kind of fell apart in my hand. So here's your pattern. You can also make this to make a liner. Just don't make a top part. And you can do your liner in any color. But I'm not going to make a liner for this. I may do that in the cupcake. So here's going to be the outside. Here's going to be the bottom. And we already made the top. Okay. Step 3.
Make sure you hit the thumbs up button.
Simply take these pieces and cut it out in your tan felt. Or if you're making like a chocolate chip muffin, whatever your muffin's color is going to be, cut it out in that. So, will that fit there? Yes, perfect.
Here, why don't you hold it up so you can see what you're doing?
Yeah.
Or we can try and move the camera down.
It's kind of picked up on the wind. So, see? So you're just going to cut that out.
Outlined.
You're going to cut it out like that. I'm just going to hold it down because my pens aren't working. I found that pens don't work so great on fabric. I use markers and sometimes.
Hi, Cynthia.
Oh, I have a few pencils. Okay, so just cut that out, and that will be your first thing. And you can keep reusing this pattern to make more muffins. Unfortunately, my paper one destroyed, so I can't. That's why I bought this metal one instead.
Another thing she has made is this glorious looking pineapple. And this is the first pineapple she ever tried. And so I'm not sure if you said that you didn't like certain things or not, but I think it's adorable.
Well, that's the thing though, trial and error. This was a lot of my sewing stuff is before I learned certain stitches. I just jumped in head first. So like I didn't know how to do a ladder stitch, and it was my first time doing a whip stitch, and just all kinds of different stitches. So, and sometimes I look up. Yeah. Sometimes I look up. Oh no, I dropped my needle.
Oh,
I'll grab that in a
let's
second.
hope that it goes through the cracks.
It didn't. It's right there. So like for instance, this pineapple I'm very proud of, but I didn't know how to do a certain stitch on it, and you can see at the top how to do a stitch. That's also because my little sister ripped out one of the leaves.
Yeah, Corbin, he tends to not like the strings on it, and he tends to pull on them. So, like, I would say 1.5 and under, or about 2 and under. Don't let them play with felt food because they kind of tear it to pieces.
So the few things, pros and cons about felt food. Pro, I love it that I can watch my little sister play with this felt food that I made her, and I feel so accomplished when you sit there and you're like, I made this pineapple or this cake or this pie, or for example. A con, my little sister is 4 and she treats her felt food pretty well. I mean, a few things she'll throw on the ground, but you know she doesn't mean to. But my little brother was 1 to 2 when I made felt food, and I made, for example,
the cake.
Oh no!
Oh wait, no, he didn't do that.
Show me, give me the pie real quick.
Yeah, the pie. I didn't bring that out.
I did. So I made my little sister for Thanksgiving a pumpkin pie, and that was one of my first things I made. So my brother was about 1 and a half, and this is what happened to it. He
crushed the pie tin.
He crushed the pie tin, and he ripped up the pie and the whipped cream too. So that's why it's probably not best to give little kids 1 and under. I mean, if your kid, maybe that's because he's a boy that he did that, but I'd still like see how they react with other toys. I don't know. So my opinion, I would do a little bit older, waiting for felt food anyways.
There you go.
And I found that even though as they get older, they like playing kitchen more than they do when they're younger.
Someone says, Cynthia said you can do a tutorial on how to make hair scrunchies.
Hair scrunchies? I've never made a hair scrunchie before.
I still have some from when I was little, but I think they'd probably be easy to make.
Oh no, my pie top. Oh, no, my pie top.
Pie. Make muffins.
It is picking up on the wind. Okay, I'm almost done with this. I'm trying to finish up here, but it's because it's metal. I'm not gonna put any pins in it, and I'm just showing you guys. See, I'm cutting it out. That's all you need to do. So this isn't an exact. It's a tutorial, but it's not like the nice, pretty tutorials you normally see. Yeah. So feel free to ask any questions. This is a chat too. So another pro about felt food, it's cheaper than store-bought, the plastic food. And it honestly, I feel better knowing where this felt food came from than all the plastic stuff, because I know a lot of things are going around with plastic, and I know some people are wary on it. But, yeah. Another con, though, is if you don't treat the felt food right in the first place, it will get dirty and it could get crushed. But I mean, most of the felt food's really plushy, so like the pies are probably one of the only things that can get crushed. But like you take this and you crush it and you squish it all up,
and it'll be fine.
Yeah. Now this is one of my first things. So this is before I had a ladder stitch. I knew how to do a ladder stitch. This was when I was using my grandparents.
Oh yeah.
But if you now one of the other cons is that if you put Velcro on your felt food, you're gonna get a lot of pills, and that's like the little balls on the fabric.
Yeah.
So it's detachable legs. It's a turkey for Thanksgiving, and this is one of my sister's favorites. She always tries to play with it.
Yeah. She always takes the turkey leg, put it on a plate, and give it to someone.
Now I'm gonna make another one for Thanksgiving, so I'll show a tutorial on how to make it. And hopefully it will look better than this one. So that's one nice thing.
Hi, Sharon.
So if you make a trial and error one and it doesn't look so great, just let your kids go at it, and it might get destroyed, but that's okay. So then you can make another one. Like for example, this one has a stain on it. It has pills all over it, so it doesn't look the prettiest. So that's one thing. if you don't, if you're not nice with your felt food, you might get hair on it. It might get all dirty. Like, oh, I can't think. I had an orange over there, and it has some brown stains on it.
Yeah. And like right here, you can see a piece of the string was starting to come out because Corbin, I think, was pulling on it.
And it's not that he's being mean on it. He just doesn't know how to play with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have our side done, and we have our top done. Now, take your bottom part that you cut out, and if you want to just like
Trim off the.
Yeah, just make it a little smooth around the edges. Feel free to. And then you're gonna take that and you're gonna pin that. Not pin it. You're just gonna trace it onto your felt, and you're gonna cut that out. I'm not gonna pin it. And
Margaret said you can use Taylor's chalk for tracing the pattern.
I'm kind of just. You could use that, and I do have a pencil, and I do have a marker actually. I just forgot to bring it out, and I forgot pen doesn't work so well. So, if I was inside and I was taking my time on this, I probably would use a marker. You know, just going to like the dollar store and get a Crayola, some markers. Those work wonderful. Especially if the seam line. Now, I wouldn't do that on every project.
And here, I'll show you what she's doing.
Now,
Mom said we could do this. It'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah, see, I'm just cutting out this circle. Now, I wouldn't use marker on every project, but if it's like felt food, for example, and you're going to hide it and you're going to see the outline, or you're just going to cut it off with your scissors, then go ahead and use marker, but I wouldn't use it on other stuff. So, you see, I'm just cutting out the bottom, and we'll cut out the blueberries. I made a chocolate chip one before, but now I'm making a blueberry one. And she asked for different. She wants a banana chip. She wants a blueberry. She wants chocolate chip. She already has it. And then she wants an orange one. So I'm not sure what that orange one is, but she'll put. That's the nice thing though. You can make random colors. So that's another pro for felt food. If you want spaghetti, for example, but you can't find any plastic play food, or if you can, it's like super expensive from one of those toy stores spaghetti, then you know that's you don't want to pay $20 for some string. Now you can use string for that, but you know what I mean.
Or you can get like the plastic food,
Like,
and which isn't always the best, because sometimes if they'll like you push on it, sometimes they'll like cave in on some of the
those are the
plastic
ones.
foods.
Yeah, those are the ones you're gonna have to be careful on. So like
we do have a lot of those though from when me and Mimi were actually little. Yeah,
so if you want a purple felt cake, for example, because your child loves purple, or you know, something in that aspect, but you can't find one anywhere, so that's where this comes in hands. Plus a sheet of felt, even if you find it on sale, it's really cheap. It's like 20 cents. I always seem to manage to, when we ever go to Joann's. Joann's is my favorite place to buy felt. It's more expensive, so I always wait for sales, but it's like, oh, I can't think, like sometimes 4 or 6 sheets of felt for $1. And so I'll stock up on it, and then I don't need it anymore.
Ann Water says, does Corby like the felt food?
He does like the felt food, but he has a hard time trying to, like, he tries to be nice with it, but he doesn't. It's like different for him.
It's like he looks at it and then he's like kind of like picks at it almost, and so then he'll sometimes pull on the string, or if he's playing, sometimes he, like, let's say they're playing with the plate oven and he has a whole bunch of food in there, then he'll put it in there, but he'll kind of like smush it in there, and then that's how some of the stuff does get squished.
So this is his felt pumpkin pie now. For those who are just joining, I don't know how many are watching. 16. Hello. Hi everyone. For those who are just watching, I'm showing how to make a felt muffin, and I'm just talking felt food.
Yeah, you're right, Ann Waters. He is still young though. Yeah, it's just that he's young and he still kind of plays rough with toys.
Yeah, so I'd say probably 2.5 and up is probably good. Now, like David, he'll every once in a while he'll go and play with felt food as well.
Yeah,
but not as much as Jenna.
Yeah. Here's another thing. It's a little egg roll she made, and she actually made a Chinese takeout box, which actually closes.
This is like one of the only ones that I use. Now, this one, it's not that they're being mean with it. They don't really know how to play with it. And this one got crushed. and some of the strings came undone.
I think in the RV it got smushed in a compartment and it kind of got crushed in there anyways.
But that's fine because this was another trial and error. Now what I did, I put cardboard in between so it to make it stand firmer, but it also made it crushed now. And this is my whip stitch. This is like one of my first projects with a whip stitch.
Yeah, it's cool. And she made 2 egg rolls, and then you were planning on
I made some soy sauce, but that kind of collapsed, so I'm not
soy
gonna.
sauce.
Okay, so now you have
Oh, yeah.
your bottom part of the muffin, you have your top part of the muffin, and you have your side part. Super easy. Now, if you want a flavor with your muffin, I would suggest that. I made a chocolate chip. You can use dark brown felt. You can use basically any kind of color felt. I'm making a blueberry muffin, so you're going to take whatever color you want for your flavor, and you're going to cut out tiny circles. The total I saw was smaller than a dime, so only like that big.
Yeah.
Like I'll show you in a second how.
And she
big.
did chocolate chip, and she did I would say this big for the chocolate chip ones.
And
but then for this one, I think she said she's gonna be doing like that big.
Now I sewed the chocolate chips onto my muffin last time, but I think I'm just gonna hot glue it. It's a lot easier. That's another thing.
And it stays about the same.
Yeah, you can hot glue a lot of felt food, and that's really nice. Sometimes you have to sew it, and I prefer hand sewing, which works well with felt food. But you can hot glue it sometimes.
If you guys have any questions or suggestions or any felt food ideas, definitely put them in the comments. I'm here and I'm reading them. So
yeah, this is that creative bug.
Hello.
She's my
I'll
helper
put
today.
I'll put some links in.
Okay. So you're just gonna take it and you're just gonna hand draw kind of a circle. Now this is like where the homemade part comes in, because it shows. Kind of just go like that. There you go. Okay, see? You have a little circle about this size. And see, it's not going to go on the bottom. It's going to go like that on. It's going to be like a little blueberry. Super cute. Super easy. So you can make about 7 to 8 on those. I'm probably going to do 4 on top. And then I'll see about... I kind of just go with it. And
there's a link to my channel if you guys...
Oh, yeah, that creative bug.
that.
She does a lot of art stuff. I do more sewing. She does more paintings and arts. And so you can do probably 4 or 5 here. You can just see how many and just go. But so it'll just be that size. So we're just going to make some of those.
There's a link to the Out of Goshen channel. Check that out.
Yep, our family channel. We show tutorials and vlogs, traveling and homesteading. See, there's 2 more. Now, it doesn't have to be a perfect shape, but that makes it more realistic because, you know, you don't have a perfect circle in every muffin. So.
And then my dad's Torah channel. Check that one out too.
Yep.
All the links I just put in the comments while she's making this adorable little blueberry muffin. And if you're just joining, she's making blueberry muffins and is like somewhat doing a tutorial, but also making it. It's more of a tutorial. I would say. Yeah.
I didn't want to. I thought this would be fun to make
on a live show.
I was like, what's a topic I could do? And I was like, hey, I can make that. So, see, for example, here are 3, and you could just do 3 to make it easier. Here. And see, it actually like sticks to it. But now I'm gonna hot glue it on. But I like adding more just so it's more colorful. So there's that. Let's see. So what's another pro and what's another con to felt food? Let's see.
I'm not sure.
I think I said most of it. I mean,
yeah.
If you don't treat it right, it's gonna get dirty. But it's nice to show it, and you're like, hey, I made this.
Yeah, don't give it to kids 2.5 and under, or 2 and under.
Yeah, I'd say 2 and under. 2.5 is good. But if it's like, if your child is very sweet towards other toys, I mean, you can give it a try. It's always better to give it a try just to see how it would, how they would do. And it's not that he's mean to it. He's just not, he's not sure what it is.
Yeah, because he's usually used to playing with cars and toy planes and all that kind of stuff.
So, yeah.
Thank you, Natasha. We love pairing up and doing the videos because one of us does comments, one of us does the actual video. So next week, if I have time, we're not busy, I'll be doing a live stream on Wednesday. Next week, she would have done it Wednesday this week, but
There we go. I think
yeah,
that's good right there.
we weren't able to.
See, so I'm gonna hot glue those down. This is the top of the muffin, and I just cut out 5
It's so
circles.
cool how they're just like already sticking on there.
Yeah, that's one. Oh, there we go. I knew that was gonna happen. But you just hot glue them down, one little dot per thing.
And I'll make sure I move the camera so when she does
You
that.
can sew these down. I don't know exact stitch. I mean, you can use a whip stitch, but I prefer to keep the stitch hidden on that, so I don't have an exact stitch. You can just kind of just make one up. That's what I did. I call it like my invisible stitch. I just hide it. But I'm gonna hot glue that down. This is the top of the muffin, and then we'll do the side.
All right, so here I'll move the camera so you can see she's
How long will we be going? 25 minutes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here, maybe I can.
Oh no, I turned off the hot glue. Okay, well we're gonna make some more blueberries for the side while I turn on the hot glue gun.
Okay. If you have any questions or felt food suggestions, put them in the comments on the side. Love hearing what you guys think on different suggestions. It's cool because it's kind of the thing where it's like, oh, I never even thought of doing that. That would be such a cool thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Now there's all kinds of ones, and I just unfortunately don't have the time always to make all these kind of felt foods, because sometimes you have to sit down for a few and figure out how to do it, especially if you don't have a pattern. And
here's 2 things that are fun. Is 2 little cinnamon rolls, and this was your own pattern, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty much brown and tan felt swirled and hot glued together, and then she like raised it up just a little bit, and then she used puff paint for the frosting on the top.
Yeah, so actually it's kind of funny. This is another trial and error. This was one giant cinnamon roll. I didn't have an exact tutorial on it or a pattern. No, I did have a tutorial, but they weren't exact on it. So I made it too big, and so I cut it in half, and it worked fine. But this is one of my favorite ones just because it looks so cool. But I will be doing a tutorial on this one. It's super easy, and I'll obviously show the size. This is, I don't know, maybe an inch tall. But yeah.
Yep, I agree with Kathy. Hit the thumbs up. And Ann Waters said you can do waffles, eggs, hamburgers, or pizza.
Let's see.
She said she loves the cinnamon rolls.
Oh, thank you. I was going to do a waffle because National Waffle Day was coming up or something.
Yeah, it was. I think it was sometime this week.
Yeah, and I was going to do a waffle because I've never made a waffle. Most of the time when I make felt food, it's something I've never made before. But I didn't have time to make. I was gonna make a tutorial, but I didn't have time, unfortunately. So I'm still. I don't know what the date is today, but I still may do that. But we'll see. But I mean, in the future, there's different designs on doing waffles or any kind of felt food. You'll never find the same tutorial twice for felt food. So that's kind of nice. So you can make up your own stuff along the way. There's another one, the blueberry. I may make 4 or 5. I don't know. I may make, maybe 6. We'll see. So a lot of my videos coming up will be more streamed videos in a way. So for example, if it's like next month is National Book Month, so I'll do a few book videos, not book reviews, but like a book craft, or a tutorial. Oh yeah, a tutorial on something. And I will do a book review of the month each month. And so this month was Oath of Honor by Lynette Eason. So check that out.
Yeah, she really likes that book. It's one of her favorites.
I will probably be doing some more mysteries than anything for book reviews because that's mostly what I read.
Hello, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm just gonna wing it. JC Gadget A?
Oh no,
maybe? I'm not sure. What'd you drop?
I have felt pieces flying all over the place. It's
kind of windy today.
It's kind of windy, but you're like sitting here all nice and calm, and then like a breeze will come and like pick up whatever you're working on. Now that one's kind of tiny, but like I said, it doesn't really
You're
matter.
only hot gluing it.
Yeah, you're hot gluing it. If you're sewing it, I'd probably do it maybe a little bit bigger, just so it easier to work with.
He said JC is fine. So hello, JC.
So for those who are just joining, I'm showing how to make a felt muffin. if
Felt
you
blueberry muffin.
yeah, it doesn't matter what flavor if you want. I think that's enough.
Here.
I may make one more for like right here. But this is the bottom of the muffin. This is the side and this is the top, and I'm going to hot glue these down. I turned off my hot glue, so I had to spend a few minutes to make.
Yeah, she thought she had it on and she was about to glue on the top one, but then the hot glue goes off.
So, if you want to learn how to make it, you can always go back in the video and rewatch it, and I'll show how to do it. I will not be making a tutorial on this. This should be my tutorial. I mean, I don't think I will. I will probably use the same pattern on making a cupcake. So if you want to switch that for a muffin, feel free to.
Make sure you hit the thumbs up. We only need one more.
Okay. How's that?
All right.
I think that looks good. Okay. So I put my dots out in just various places so it looks more natural. I mean, you can like overlap them if you want, like that or something, but I just doing that. Hopefully
now she's going to try the hot glue gun. The cord's kind of far back.
I'm going to wait till the wind's gone.
You don't want that flying away.
Now, after you hot glue these down, I forgot my stuffing. I'll have to grab that a little later. That's another thing you'll need is stuffing for it.
Just so it, you don't want your muffin collapsing in on itself.
Yeah, you don't have to add stuffing technically, but I would highly recommend adding stuffing to it. So it makes it a lot better. Okay, so just take a dab of hot glue. And don't worry about the strings. You can always pull those off.
Oh my gosh, there's a bumblebee on the camera.
Really?
Oh,
I thought it was like
going next to my finger.
I thought it was on the screen. See? Super easy. If you're wondering, that creative bug over here, Hannah, she's afraid of insects or bugs.
It was flying by my head. It was a bumblebee. Granted, bumblebees are nice, but I still don't want it landing on me.
I don't mind bugs so much. As long as they're not trying to sting me. Now, see, you have a string like on this one, so I'll just pull it off or I'll cut it off. No big deal. This is my brother's hot glue gun. I'm borrowing it at the moment. Here. I don't know if you guys ever saw this, but you take it and you like hot glue the end here, and then you take that and you hot glue it to the other end. So it's together, so it's a really long glue stick.
I showed her that one time and she's like, whoa, I never even thought of doing that. Yeah. So then instead of having to hold the glue stick there the whole time, you just already have it hot glued on and it just sticks there. Yeah, and for her chocolate chip one, she just did brown dots instead. And for like a banana nut one, you can do little yellow circles, and then you can do some, I guess, brown squares. So then it's kind of like the nuts and
but
the
I mean,
bananas.
You can make up your own thing. Like my little sister, she loves anything pink.
Yep.
So she asked for a pink pie one time, and I'm like, I can think of a flavor because that's just
like red raspberry maybe.
And she's like, no, I just want a pink pie or strawberry pie. And I was like, those probably exist, but okay. So I mean, you can make a purple muffin for all. It doesn't matter, and that's one nice thing. So if your kid or your sister or brother loves purple or pink, and you want to make, go ahead.
Yep.
That works perfectly.
Kathy says, thanks for the cool tip on the hot glue gun.
Oh yeah, I think you learned that from Sam.
It was either Sam or like online. I'm not sure.
I'm kind of cautious with the hot glue gun. I burned myself in kindergarten, and I'm like, I don't want to burn myself again.
I don't use the hot glue gun very often, so I'm not very good at it.
We're almost done. 2 more left, and then we'll sew it all together. Now, if you don't know how to sew, this is a sewing by hand. This will not work by machine. If you can find a way with machine, go ahead, but it works best with that right there.
With hands.
Yeah, it works best by hand sewing. I love hand sewing,
hands.
And I'm still learning hand sew. I kind of just jumped in, so I never had a class, or I had a few maybe tutorials online. Okay. Oh, now you can see here, like if you have a bigger one, I'd probably add a little hot glue, like to the edges.
Just so it sticks, and you don't want it to randomly fall off, and you're like, oh, a dot's missing.
But not enough where it's sticking out. And then I'll cut that off. Okay, so that one's good. I'll add a little more to that one. I probably should have checked this in the first place. Oh well. That's another thing. It's just trial and error. You just kind of work with it.
And most of the time it'll end up cute. Once in a while you'll have it where it doesn't look good at all, but most of the time it's pretty cute.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have a sewer's notebook. So every time I make something, I'll write it down. So if it's like 6 months later and I've only made it once, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's how you make it. Okay. So we have the top of our muffin. We have the bottom of our muffin. You can put the camera back.
Okay.
Original position. I know it's probably hurting your hand.
Sorry, it's a little shaky. It's holding it by hand.
Now, I have a little hot glue here. I wonder if I can scrape that off.
You can use the needle.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I did that one time. I had to use my needle to sew something for hot glue. Now, see, there's my little trial and error right there. I added too much hot glue.
And it's kind of gooping over the side of the circle.
Yeah, and I tried to scrape it off. Now, I may be able to take that off a little later. Actually, it might work when I sew it down. I don't know. Okay.
And then there's also
So we have the side.
this adorable blueberry.
Yeah.
You can actually find a tutorial that she did, and just go to her channel and look through the videos, and you should be able to find this adorable blueberry.
That is one of the most easiest things to make for felt food.
Super cute.
And that's all hand sewing. And you don't need to be an expert in sewing or anything. You just kind of have to learn. And if I ever need a hand sew, I'll tell you what stitch to use. So the stitch we're going to use here is a whip stitch, and this is probably one of the easier ones. So, okay, we're going to sew to the bottoms. We're going to take the bottom, we're going to sew it around like this. We're going to sew it around so it goes like this. I can do this. There.
If you have any questions or suggestions or anything at all, place them in the comments.
Okay. So now for doing this, I would just don't take it and like pin it along. You can do that, but my suggestion is take a tiny bit of the side and place it against the edge like that and just work your way around, and it actually works really well in that way instead of just doing the whole thing. So I'll show you how to do the whip stitch in a second. So take your tan felt,
Tan thread.
thank you, tan thread, and your needle, and just put it through.
Just thread the needle.
Yeah, just,
That's what it's called, yeah?
yeah, just thread the needle.
Thread the needle.
I usually make mine a little longer just because I've had it where
You'd rather have extra than not enough.
And when you first start, it's kind of hard to work with longer because you can get it in knots. But I've worked with it long enough that I don't need to do that. So just my OCD. Hey, it worked. Just tie a normal knot around. If you want to learn how to do that, I'll show you in a second. I usually double knot it. So take your end of your thread, put it around the 2 fingers, back to the top, take your fingers out, and just put it through the hole. Normal knot.
I think all of these back.
This is good. This is probably a good one. Really, for me, any felt food is good for a start. Okay. So we have our thread, we have our needle. Okay. So I'm going to just take just a little tiny bit there. And then when I sew this all along, I'll go like that. What are you talking to?
And Corbin, he was over there. Apparently, he's sitting in front of the window eating. Yeah, he's eating a quesadilla.
I love
He's
quesadillas.
waving.
Okay, so one thing you need to do is make it so your knot is on the inside. So I'll show you. This is a good angle. Can you see?
Yeah, here. I can move the camera.
Okay, so a whip stitch is really simple, but the first thing you need to do is when you take I'm leaving a little gap right here.
It's almost as if it's not focusing.
Probably like maybe 1 centimeter, so I can sew the sides together.
She's putting it actually inside. She's not.
Yeah. Okay.
Doing the
so I'm not sewing both
side,
sides.
yeah.
I'm just touching the bottom one.
So then that will be inside the muffin. So like she can take off the edge right now. It's not attached.
Yeah,
to
it's not
the middle
attached.
yet.
Okay. Whip stitch is probably one of the easiest stitches out there. Just take it. Now there's different ways to do it, and so I've just learned this way where you just go like that.
The strings on that side, and then she'll put it on the other
It's
side.
back where you started. And now I saw one. Now, a few people may disagree on how to do a whip stitch here, but I found there's different ways to do a whip stitch. See? And it's connecting together. Oh, we're not on the Wi-Fi. I forgot about that. Well, people said it's working.
I mean, is it blurry or anything? Are we?
Yeah, is the
having a bad
video
connection?
working?
What are we connected to then?
Hi, Sally.
Dad's phone, or?
I think yeah, we might be connected to Dad's phone. If it seems to be working, then I guess we'll just connect to that. I think it's my plan anyways.
Natasha says a pizza would be fun. You could do like slices, and you can to help the little kids fractions.
Yeah, I forgot to turn on the Wi-Fi, but it seems to be working fine without it. I'm kind of slowly on and off working on a quiet book. So it seems to be working without the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no one said there's any buffering or anything.
Oh, yeah,
The
it's
video's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still on.
Yeah, but we were actually connected to my Wi-Fi, so. Hi, everybody. Don't
Hi.
mind me. You can hear my voice.
Oh, and Corbin's here, and Buttercup.
Hi everyone. Say hi, Corby. See that? I don't know if you can see that, but this is something you kind of have to work with to make it more even. So you see, I finished my little gap there, so I'm going to take the side and put it against the edge like that, just slowly working my way. If I wasn't talking, I could get this done a lot faster, just because I'm focusing more on you guys than working on the muffin.
Oh, cool. Hello, Sally. And she said that the video is working just fine.
It's so
and
weird.
she said she made 5 pot holders from the video I made.
Really? That's awesome.
That's so cool. I'm glad it helped.
All right, so back to that pizza thing. The little kids, I'll ask for requests, and even though I won't do them right away because I've been busy. For instance, one of my brothers, David, asked for a taco.
A taco, and she also made him.
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
For Hanukkah, I was like, I know, I'll make him a taco, but I'll make him a set too. So I made him some nacho chips.
Yeah, they were so cute.
I made him some salsa. Oh, I should have brought that down. And a taco and
where are they?
a quesadilla. They're up in his room.
Yeah, they're really cute. She made taco, and she put like you hot glued the little filling, the meat and the lettuce and stuff in, and then she made these adorable little chips.
What are you doing, Thread?
They were so cute.
Yeah, so I mean, the taco was my own creation. I made that not based on.
Where'd it go?
They won't leave me alone. There's a bee. If you want to know. Here.
That's the first.
Okay, so I'm just slowly working my way through, and I like it. The whip stitch. I like seeing the stitches sometimes on felt food because it makes it. For some reason, for me, it makes it look cute. I don't know why. So you're just gonna whip stitch this around. If you ever need a tutorial on a whip stitch, I will be doing sometime in the future. Whoa, might rain.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think it might rain soon. Yeah, I didn't even realize the sky is kind of gray. It looks cloudy.
Yeah, I've been kind of focusing on this.
thunder.
I haven't looked up.
Yeah.
I will in the future be doing a few hand tutorial on a few hand stitches. Now you see.
Sorry for the wobbly camera. They can't see.
They're nice.
They're.
Oh. They're neat in some places, and in some places they're not. It doesn't matter. To be honest,
it's just for the little kids' toys. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Now, if you're gonna sell these, if you're ever gonna sell a felt food, I would practice beforehand. Make some for some friends. Make some for
like if you
kids or your sister, or your brother, or just
or grandkids
to
or
give
cousins
away.
or anything really.
Yeah, just to give them away. Donating to some practice ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, if I were focusing more on this, I could make them a little more neat. But I found my little sister doesn't care, so I'm not so picky about it.
I wish we had the other muffins so we could show you the finished product. And we'll have to end up finding the stuffing. I don't even know where you keep that.
I keep it in the top closet.
All right, yeah.
So, now if you ever have a stitch that's a little loose, just take this stitch, and what I do is I take my needle and I go like that. So it pulls it up a little. Do that, and then just like that. That makes sense, or you guys can see.
Yeah.
See,
and so it'll end up, making
slowly,
the coneness of the muffin.
Yeah, so it's slowly working its way around. And we've been going on for 45 minutes already, and I'm
really?
I still have the top to do. So maybe I'm gonna try to finish this as quickly as possible. So at this time, I think it'd be best if you guys feel free to ask your questions.
Yep. Any questions you have about future videos, past videos, or this video.
Actually, you can just talk about anything.
Yeah.
If you have any questions you want to ask me personally, like what's my favorite color? It's purple, by the way. So you can ask that question anyways, but I just answered it.
You can always say like second favorite color,
Second favorite
favorite
color.
food, favorite thing to make in sewing, favorite anything.
So
I
in
don't
the
know.
future, I will be doing a tutorial on a few hand stitches that will work. And obviously, there are some decorative stitches. There are a lot of decorative stitches. I don't know how to do them. I have a few tutorials I found. I found that if you want to sew, Pinterest is probably the best place. You can look up anything and you
Yeah.
can find free patterns or tutorials, or if you're like, what the heck is a whip stitch? Well, it's right there on Pinterest. Pinterest is amazing.
And you do have to be careful because there is a lot of them that you have to pay for, and so, but I mean, you should have no problem finding one that you don't have to pay for.
But if you dig deep enough on Pinterest, you can find tutorials, and you don't need. For me, I don't need a tutorial. I just need like a picture, and I'm like, oh, okay, because I've done it long enough. I know how to make. Like for example, there's a felt pot, and I can make that right now. I haven't made one because they have a felt pot. Actually, not a felt pot.
They have a plastic one that's like with the plastic play food.
Yeah, so I mean, if they have one, I probably won't make them that one unless it gets destroyed. But see, so I'm working my way around like that.
Yep.
See, and it doesn't have to look super pretty. And I'm not making it, trying to make it look even. I'm just getting this done. Oh no! And I dropped it.
Natasha said, "Have you two always been close? Do you ever not get along?"
Well, I mean, every sibling, every once in a while,
Has like,
a disagreement on something.
yeah.
But no, yeah, we've always got. I heard when we were younger we didn't get along.
When I was born,
I don't remember.
Mimi didn't like me. She wouldn't share her toys. She didn't. She would sometimes take my toys. Mimi didn't like me at all when I was little.
That's because I was just one child.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. So I heard when we were little we didn't really get along, but we soon became best friends.
I think that's a wasp. It's up there in the light. I saw it fly around.
No, that's not good.
Sally, wait, you.
Now, my opinion, I would do a tighter stitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sally said we have a great view on the deck.
Yes, thank you. I kind of stole my parents' idea when we did on Attic Ocean. They did their live video outside, and I was like, hey, it's a nice day out. I want to
It's
go
really
live
nice.
outside. And so, yeah. What's up?
Glenda says, has the porcupine shown itself?
No.
Maybe it's only me, Dad, and David that saw it that one time. I think Corbin might have been with us, but maybe not.
Yeah, it hasn't come out again.
But no, it's way back in the property, by the Jeep Trail. But we haven't seen it since that one time. It was just one that we saw it, but it was pretty much winter after we saw it. So I mean, there's no really way for us to be able to see it.
So how are you guys liking my felt tutorials? Now, to be honest, I could do felt tutorials every day of the week. I love making felt food, so it's not an issue for me, and I have so many that I love to try, and it gives me an excuse to make them. But I have so many that I'd love to show you guys how to make. But how are you guys liking them?
I'm back.
So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to add other videos too. But I will be doing. I thought it would be fun Wednesdays when I don't go live and Hannah goes live. I could release maybe a book review or a felt food tutorial.
Hi, blessed is she.
Hi.
And we also.
Almost done.
Sally says, I like your tutorials.
Thank you.
And then Dad says we have a great view of the chalk work on the railing.
Oh
the
yeah,
kids.
our siblings decided to paint the.
It was actually
railing.
my idea in the first place.
Yeah.
I colored it on one, and the kids were like, "Oh my gosh, we want to color too!" So we have a lovely, colorful railing now.
See, so this is what it's looking like so far. And then we have this too. And then when we're done sewing this at the bottom, we're gonna sew these two ends together. Now, if you ever find yourself that this piece is too big, you can just cut it off, or you can just sew it a little bigger on that side. If you find that this circle's too big, the bottom part, just trim it off a little, make it more circle, and it works just fine. That's another nice thing about felt food, is that if you make something too big or something, it's really easy to fix it. All right, almost done.
Looks like it's coming along great.
So, I was trying to think of what I was talking about before.
Yeah. But she's made another one. If you're just joining, she's making a blueberry muffin for Jenna. And she's made a chocolate chip one before, but we don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, I don't know where it went. It wasn't in her play box. Now, I will have more. I'll have tutorials on certain felt foods, but I'll have like a when and a theme for it.
Hey, here's
Hey,
David. He
it's
wants to come out.
David.
Hi. Hi, bye.
Here's David.
Hi.
Do you like
What-
felt food?
What is your favorite thing in the felt foods
Um,
that Mimi's made you?
Chicken.
It's the chicken.
The turkey right here?
Yeah.
What about that taco I made you?
That taco is
Oh
pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah. That's pretty good.
He takes
Yeah.
good care of that. He has a special box upstairs of his toys, and he puts that up there instead of putting it with Jenna's kitchen.
Removable
Yeah.
turkey legs.
Yeah, that's one of
Or
Jenna's
chicken.
favorites.
Yeah.
So like for Thanksgiving, I'll put a
Bye,
tutorial.
David.
Bye.
Bye. Towards the fall, I'll put a tutorial on how to make a felt pie. That is probably another one of the easiest ones. And it's nice because if you mess up on hand stitch sewing that one, nobody will see it. So that's the nice thing about felt pies. That's one of my favorite things to make. For Thanksgiving, I'll show how to make a felt turkey.
Cynthia says, I love your tutorials. Everyone seems to be saying they love the tutorials.
Thank you. I thought it'd be nice to talk about felt food on his because I don't think I did a felt food for a while.
Yeah.
At least not for a few videos. Now I know a few people asked for certain felt foods or flowers even. Hey, it's
Here comes
Korbmeister!
Come here.
I
Wait,
call
no,
him
this way, right here.
I call him
Watch
Korbmeister.
He wants to
means-
say hi.
It means master
Say
Korb
hey.
in German.
Hi.
Oh, and he's grabbing the cinnamon roll. Oh, don't actually eat it.
Now you see, he loves the felt food. Like here's
Go.
we call this his
You blow
pie
them a
now.
kiss?
Here's your pie. We call that his pie. And I was making another one for Jenna. I haven't finished it actually, cause
No?
I messed up on it. So I'm gonna remake
You
it
wave?
probably. You waving?
What's your favorite felt food?
Um.
You're putting him on the spot.
Boy. Boy.
The boy?
Me.
Oh, you? All right. We finished the bottom part. It is sewn
Alright, you
onto
wanna
the
go back in?
top. Like
No?
this.
Okay. You can
See,
sit.
and it has a nice curve. And so if you want to test it out, you can just put it in like that and see if it fits nicely into the muffin tin. Now, the
no.
next step, my opinion on this, if you're making this, I would make the thread a little longer while going around the edges. And so you can just
Look,
go
she's making
up
a muffin.
on sewing. So we're going to sew
Yeah.
up on like this. And now this part, I don't do a whip stitch, and I'm sure you can do a whip stitch on it. I just do a running stitch.
Go ahead and go back in now. Okay.
Yep. There might be better ways to do this. I haven't found one yet, so I'm just going to do. Hey, Jenna.
Come here. Come here. You want to take in the cinnamon
Here
roll?
is the owner of all the felt food.
Come here, you wanna take this?
I.
What's your favorite felt food?
I think
You're gonna run away.
Hanukkah.
Where are you
I like the pie.
The pie. Yeah, you like that pie. She likes putting it in the oven. What are some felt foods you'd like me to make you?
That strawberry cake.
Strawberry cake. I made you a strawberry cake. It's over there. You can show them if you want. Say I made that for your birthday.
Really?
Oh.
I made it?
I made it. She sometimes forgets. She's like, oh yeah, you made that for me?
Bumblebee's over by the doorknob.
Okay, so now,
Watch out,
for example, if you're over here, I just
I know.
kind of make up a way to go over there.
Yeah,
And it's
Bumblebee.
like, bam!
It's kind of scary.
See?
She really likes her cake. What happened to your other 3 slices?
I don't know.
They're up in her room.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, actually,
I
two
bet that's
of
where the
them.
muffin is.
2 of them are up in her room. The other one, Buttercup ate.
Yeah. That was in the RV. It got left in the middle of the floor, and
Okay.
apparently she decided to destroy
So
it.
to start, do a running stitch. To start, you can do this with your see where they're overlapping. The sides are overlapping like this. Again, there's probably a better way to do this, but I haven't found one, so I'm just
Here.
gonna. Okay. So you take it, and your knot will be here. But since I had extra thread from the bottom, I'm just going through here.
Now I know how to sew.
To be honest, I usually forget how to do a running stitch. But if I remember correctly, you just go like that.
The bumblebee's back flying by my head.
Now this is one you might want to make it look a little nice. Sorry, I'm not doing this in camera focus there. See?
No, they can't see. It was fun where you had it.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See? So it's running along the edge like that. And this is the same machine stitch that your machine does, but better. But that's the nice thing about hand sewing. It makes it more homemade.
Yep. Whoops.
I
There
know.
we go.
I'm trying to get it so I can't see very far. Glasses aren't.
It's weird. It's like it's not focusing. Okay, there we go.
Glasses are kind of hard with sewing sometimes because I can't see.
Okay, yeah, I see the running stitch.
Yeah. Now, I think this is the running stitch. Honestly, this isn't one I could find a very good tutorial on. I don't even know if I found one. But like the whip stitch, I found plenty of tutorials, and the ladder stitch. But for my video, I will show how to do this. I'll show how to do the whip stitch. I'll show how to do a ladder stitch. And then I'll show a few other ones.
There we go.
Now, see, we're almost done here.
If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, any food felt ideas,
Now, see, that's nice and strong.
put them in the comments.
Yeah. Oh no, I forgot to thread down there. What do you think? This is nice and strong? Nice and good? Give it a tug.
I want to lose the needle. Yeah, I think it looks good.
Okay.
Yep.
We're almost done with our muffin.
Woo!
Now, there's technically 2 steps in this. I'm going to ask my assistant, Hannah, if she could help me with this part.
Hello, Nick.
Now, what I usually do is I just take it and I just knot it. And because it's going to be inside the muffin, you're not going to see it. So just do your usual knot. And just press it down farther as way you go. If it's like that, I just messed up because I couldn't see it very well. If there's a big gap, it doesn't matter. You can always redo it. See, like that. You can redo it. But since it's going to be inside the muffin, there's not going to be that much of an issue.
Yep, and if you're just joining, she is making a blueberry muffin, and she's made a chocolate chip muffin before, and it's super cute, but we don't know where it is, so we would show it to you, but we can't.
Oh no! Oh, I guess that.
So that was making felt food.
Oops.
Oh yeah, I guess that not kind of.
They're not going over there. Okay. So one thing you can do is if you ever want your knot to go down, let's say you make it way up here and you want it to go down, and it's just not working. Just make, instead of like 2 knots, I usually just make 2, but you can take your fingers and grab the knot there, and it'll go like that, and I'll actually make a knot. There you go. And see, I made 3 knots, and it actually went down on the string rather than up, but it doesn't matter that much. Like I said, you guys, it doesn't need to be perfect. Obviously, if I was making this to give to someone, I would make it a little bit nicer.
A little more, I guess you could say, straight and even.
More structured.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is just for Jenna, just for something for her to play with.
I don't know
With her
what
cute
step
little
we're
kitchen.
on. Let's make up one. Step 6. Let's call that step 6. So you have your muffin, sew it to the bottom. Sides are all done.
Yep.
Now you can see here that because I have a little extra thread, the tiniest bit extra thread because of my knot, it's pulling a little. But since we're going to sew the top on, it's not going to be that big issue. Now this part, the next part you need to do is actually start sewing this. We don't need the stuffing right this second.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
You pretty much need like a hole. I would say like
Okay.
that big to just stuff the stuffing in.
Do not put stuffing in the first thing you do before sewing down like your last part, because stuffing pieces will stick out.
Yeah,
all
and
over the
then
place?
you'll get it all over.
It doesn't work so well. Okay, when you take this, my advice, don't make it so the muffin's sticking out. You can do that in a few when you put the stuffing in, but make it so kind of squish it down in the middle and make the sides line up with each other. So you can see here. And then hand whip stitch that around.
Hello, Jennifer E.
All right, since we're already been going on an hour, I'm going to finish up on this, and I'll show you guys how to do that. But I'll be rushing a little, so I won't make it so you guys are here for like another hour. Okay, see? So it's aligned with the edges.
But I mean, once you show what you do on
Yeah,
the edges,
so
there's not much.
Don't worry, it's
left
gonna
to
pop
it.
out, but we're gonna start sewing it, and then we'll leave a little gap.
It's easier to sew if it's like caved
Yeah,
in almost.
it's easier to sew. Okay, so thread your needle again.
If you're just joining, she is making a blueberry muffin, and if you want to learn how to do it from the very beginning, just go back in the video.
Rewatch the video.
Rewatch the video. Yep.
Alright.
And
I'd add a little extra thread. That's just my opinion. I always add extra thread. But I found that it's better to do extra thread and then make an extra knot. Okay.
yeah, you'd rather have too much thread than not enough.
Mhm.
Yep, and she's made plenty of felt foods before. She's made a pineapple. This
Mhm.
very fun, cool thing.
A lot of these are no pattern. I
And-
just watched maybe a video where I saw something online.
She actually used a sewing machine to make
Yeah,
these lines.
That's probably one of my only ones that I actually use a sewing machine.
And then
Drop it.
she's also made this turkey
Actually, that
for
was.
Thanksgiving
This is probably one of the only ones that I used a pattern for.
with removable turkey legs.
Actually, there were two that I used a pattern for. Okay,
a slice of cake too.
that was my own pattern, my own design, everything. Strawberry too. All right, so if you're just joining, I'll show you how to do a whip stitch.
Bye, Cynthia.
So you take it.
Thanks for joining.
I'm just going to. Usually you probably go like that, but I'm just gonna go like this. So you only go through one layer, so your knot can hide. If that makes any sense. Again, and this isn't exact tutorial. See, so your knot's there. Then you're gonna take it.
Jennifer E. and Sally both say it's very cute.
Thank you. And you go like that. Oh, I caught the microphone. All right,
it's
see. Let's see, and there we go. See? Whip stitch.
So you're doing the same one from the bottom?
Yep,
The whip
same.
stitch where it's
the
just
same
it's pretty much
stitch.
just like goes around and around in
So
the muffin.
this requires two different stitches. You could use a whip stitch for the side here.
But it probably won't
but,
be the
yeah,
easiest. And
it
it'll probably make
doesn't
it
work.
bubble out too.
It doesn't work the best. But so you need to know how to do a whip stitch and a running stitch. And if you guys don't know how to do this, look online, especially Pinterest.
Yep.
There's so many tutorials.
And I mean, she kind of showed how to do it too. So, but I mean, it's
And I will be coming
easy.
out with a video on like top 5 hand stitches you need to know. And I'll show this one and a running stitch and ladder stitch. A ladder stitch was one. Now, if you ever want to learn a stitch, I would take probably like 3 tutorials and I'll go side by side and see, like, kind of combine them together. So like for the ladder stitch example, someone showed how to end it but not start it, and another one showed how to go along it but not how to start it. So you kind of have to combine them together sometimes, unless you guys can find a really good source. That's what happened with me. But I will be showing you guys how to completely do it all.
And I'll be putting links in the comments to our other channels.
I am
So here is That Creative Bug. That is me.
That's her.
Yep.
What do you
And
specialize in?
anything creative.
That should be easy to remember.
Yeah.
She does a lot of painting and recipes and crocheting and
Yeah, I
art
like doing the
and
recipes.
drawing.
Recipes are lots of fun to make videos with. And then here is our family's channel, Out of Goshen. I actually have an Out of Goshen t-shirt on, which I think I had on 2 weeks ago for a different live feed. But
Oh yeah, you did
yeah.
your live video.
Oh yeah.
Now what happens is
Wow, look at all the leaves. moving.
oh wow.
It's windy. I hope you guys
If
can
it
hear us
doesn't
okay.
if it doesn't rain, I'm gonna go down and rake these later, or rake as many as I can because we have a really big yard.
Yeah, I don't think you can rake the whole 10 acres.
Now you see going along here. I'm trying to rush, but I'm talking at the same time.
And then here is my dad's tour channel. So there's the links in the comments if you guys want to check out those channels.
Yeah, definitely check them out. They're great channels. You can learn a lot in many different things.
And after this live feed, if you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe to Girl in Worlds.
Mhm.
Lots of fun things you can look on there.
I do sewing too. I was
Oh,
mixing
thank you,
tutorial and
Jennifer.
sewing.
So we're the nicest family on YouTube.
Oh, thank you. I have travel videos. I have sewing tutorials. I have my a new video coming out, a new video series coming out soon this Sunday actually, which I'm excited about. So make sure to look Sunday. I have a video coming out every Sunday. And
Yep.
then I either have a video coming out Wednesday or I go live Wednesday. But That Creative Bug and I, we alternate.
Flip flop for
Yeah. We
for
alternate.
Wednesday's live feeds. And if we're not doing it on Wednesday, we'll try our best to do it on Thursday. But I mean,
Yeah. So here's
we try our best. If we don't get to it, then
here's the
we
thing,
just
you
don't.
guys.
But
For if we don't come live one Wednesday and we don't have a video out, there's a perfectly good reason. We're still working out the kinks. We've only been going live a few times. Actually, no, probably since February.
and we're on our new homestead, so we're still building like chicken coops
Yeah.
and fences and planting gardens. So I mean, we have stuff
Like last week,
that
last week I was supposed to go live, and that's why I went live this week. I usually go live on Wednesdays at 2, but last week I couldn't go live on Wednesday because I was outside helping with the chicken coop. I was building
Yeah.
it, and
Smells like
was
hot
also.
glue.
And if I don't go, I probably should turn that off.
I'll turn it off.
No, it's okay. I'll do it in a second. I'm about quarter ways done. It shouldn't take long. So if I don't go live Wednesday, you can try to look Thursday. I'll see if I can go live Thursday, probably around 2 as well. I went live a little earlier because I was going to go outside and work. But there's a perfectly good reason. It's usually because I have to go into town, or I have to babysit, or I have to
Work outside
work
because it's a
outside.
nice day out and it's not cold.
because
And,
those
yeah.
things come first, and then videos.
Yeah, and we try and get as many videos as we can, and we usually post on Sundays. And if we do go live, it's usually around afternoon time.
See?
She went earlier today
There's that.
because we're gonna plan on working outside later if it doesn't rain on us.
Hopefully it doesn't rain on us. But I mean, we worked in the rain before, so
Yeah.
not like it's hard. Okay, so after I come to a gap, I'm gonna leave maybe like that much of a gap, maybe a little bit smaller, and I'll add some stuffing in. That will be the last step, and then you sew it shut, and you're done. So let me finish on this. I don't think
and they're super easy to make.
Now, one thing that's
So.
really bad with me is I add a lot of thread to it, or my needle. And so I've been known to have extra thread. And sometimes the thread is too small to reuse, which stinks. But, so I've been trying to cut back and trying to make it smaller. But I've been finding that I need to make, rethread my needle and start again too. Because I don't have enough. Oh, I dropped it.
Ooh.
All right, so I'm over halfway done.
You probably will need more thread.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. I think I'm gonna need some more thread.
So yeah.
I tried to not do so much, but it didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be working. And remember, you'll have to leave like a space for the stuffing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always leave a smaller space. Well, I don't know. Sometimes it's better to leave a smaller space. Sometimes it's better to leave a bigger space. It kind of doesn't. But I mean, let's see. So during the summer, I'll have a felt popsicle. I think I'm gonna make an ice cream sandwich. And during the fall, I'll make a turkey for Thanksgiving and a pie, and a coffee for winter. And that one's really cute because you can go to whatever if you like. Big B, which is coming up here, or Dunkin' Donuts. You can ask for a mini kid size, and I'll show how to make a tutorial on a coffee. Would you mind go getting the stuffing?
Sure. Just let me say one thing real quick. Jennifer E. Naomi doesn't go live on Tuesday. She goes live on Wednesday because Out of Goshen goes live on Tuesday
Yeah.
at 7, or is it 7:30? I think it's 7.
I think it's 7.
7
We should
Eastern
know this
Standard Time. Yeah. And that's Out of Goshen. So we thought it'd be a good day because it's also in the middle of the week is Wednesday. So she goes live Wednesday at 2 most of the time if we can get to it. And then so she goes live this Wednesday. No, actually it's Thursday today because she wasn't able to do it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then next week I'll go live. So we flip flop back and forth. So next week it'll be my turn, and the week after that it'll be her turn again. So
Okay.
yeah. All right. I'll
So-
get the stuffing.
I ran out of thread, so I'm gonna knot that in a second. I'll show you how. But you can see I started here at the back, just in case, and I'm working my way around here, and I left a gap. And honestly, I'll just use this gap for the stuffing. I'll start. Okay, so if you have for your running stitch, if I remember correctly, I didn't have a tutorial on showing me how to end it, so I kind of made up my own. So what you do is you take it and you go back through, not right in the same hole you just went through, but you can see like that. And then you came through, and look, you didn't go through the second hole, and you just went through this first layer. And now you just take it. And what I like to do is I like to take my thread and cut it. My muffin's gonna drop. Oop. And I like taking it, and I like going like that, tying it like a shoe. You don't have like the laces. Hey. So you go like that, and you knot it down. And don't do one knot on this. If you're going to tie it like this, do not do one knot. It will fall through. Ow. I've had it fall through. Sometimes I have it fall through with 3 knots, so sometimes it's better to do, 2 knots. I've had it fall through with 2 knots. But my advice, do 2 or 3. Don't do 4 because it just starts like caterpillaring up. It looks really weird.
I got the stuffing.
Yay.
And we just have the polyfill something. I don't know. You can get it at Walmart, Joann's, Michael's. Anything really.
I think Walmart. Yeah, Walmart's the best place to buy this. It's cheap. Okay.
We got like a big bag.
So there's that. I have a little hole. If you have more, make sure you have more thread so you can close it and like leave your needle. But since I didn't have enough, I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stuff this.
Isn't there a stick that comes with it to help stuff it?
Yeah, but I just do it with my fingers.
Where'd the stick go?
I don't know. I call it my chopstick.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, it comes with a stick so you can poke the stuffing
So whenever you take stuffing, take a clump, probably a little smaller than this. Take it. Actually, yeah, it's fine. I'm doing that. Take it and go like that, and it actually puffs out more, and it helps with the space in your creations or your pillow. And do this anytime you use stuffing. It helps. Okay, so take it, and we're gonna stuff it in the hole. Now it depends if you want it more stiff or you want it more loose, I guess is the right word for it. And like if you go like this, it doesn't matter. That's the nice thing about felt food. You can just kind of move it any way you want. Stop moving around stuff.
Thank you, Sally. You guys are super sweet. She said we were very talented.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of this is found on the internet, tutorials and stuff. But I'm writing this all down so then I know for the future.
She's stuffing her muffin.
Yep, I'm stuffing my muffin. I keep forgetting the camera's not down. Okay. Go like this.
Uh-oh.
Stay.
What am I stuffing?
And see, my threads are holding, my whip stitches are holding up nicely. Take your finger and kind of shove it along the edges here.
Just to make sure the edges puff out all right.
Oh, puff out, and it puts stuffing in there. So there's that.
Exactly. The official stuffing poking stick is included.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny because I did a project and I could have totally used this, but I didn't know that it came with something like
I call it my chopstick.
Yeah.
And at first, Hannah was like, why do you have a stick in there?
Yeah.
And I was like, it came with it. And she's like, oh. Okay. See? So super fluffy. And when we're done, it's going to be able to fit right nicely in there. And, puffs out a little bit.
And it fits perfect in the muffin tin. And which is awesome because that muffin tin she just simply got from the dollar store.
Yeah.
Because, they have everything mini. And we also have this mini strainer from the dollar store, and which is also what's holding Jenna's spaghetti. She has sauce and she has a cute little
spaghetti is super simple. I made a tutorial on it, but
they're just simply it's cut into strings.
Yeah, you just take some cream, not tan. Take some cream, Callaway bangs, and do it. Okay. So now you see, this is why you don't do such a big gap. You do a smaller gap. It's because of the stuffing. If you guys have a way to fix that, I'm all ears. That's kind of something that's hard to look up online.
Jennifer E says, "How long do you bake it for?"
How do you long bake it for? I don't know. We should ask Jenna that a little later.
Yeah, how long do you bake it for?
Probably say like 20 minutes.
20 minutes in her little plastic wood oven.
All right, so I'm just gonna be over dramatic and grab some extra thread.
Yeah, grab like extra thread.
All right, where'd my needle go? There it is. All right, so we're just gonna finish. We're gonna finish up here. Good. I went over time. I try to make these videos about an hour.
45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. So the thing is, I was originally gonna do my videos 20 minutes to 30 minutes, but I found that sometimes we get into discussions and I make it to 45 minutes to an hour. That doesn't work so well. So I'd say some videos will be 20 minutes and some videos will be 40 minutes.
And those are the live videos.
yeah, my live
Yeah.
videos.
I think you've only really done one that's like 20 minutes, and that wasn't even 20 minutes. I think it was less. That was your very first one. And then the second one, I think you went to 30 minutes, and then since then it's been 45.
Oh, for my live
now.
videos?
Yeah.
I was like, I can't think of a video. Okay. So you're just going to simply whip stitch it around to close it. You can just push the stuffing in a little more than usual. So we're going to close this up.
And here, I'll move the camera so I can have a good.
Now this is the part, it's a lot, I found it's a lot harder to sew when you have stuffing in because, you know, puffs all over the place and you're like, get back down.
Sorry about the camera moving.
So the nice thing is that once you have this done, you can save your muffin tin pattern for another time. You can always trace it onto a piece of paper, but I just found using the muffin tins a lot easier. Now see, I have this stuffing threads all over the place, and that's why you have a smaller gap when putting your stuff in, and it makes it a lot easier. And I found I just picked that out. Whip stitching this closed. Keeps getting caught in the blueberry.
Yeah, it's looking good. Almost.
Stop
done.
it! The thread keeps getting caught in the blueberry.
That's funny.
Should put my finger there or something. I'm just trying to hurry up. Alright. Now, usually this doesn't take long. I'd say at the most, maybe 20 minutes. But
Sorry about the wiggly camera.
yeah, this usually doesn't take an hour to make one. But since I'm talking to you guys, and I'm stopping every now and then to...
And we forgot to plug in the hot glue gun.
yeah, I
and-
forgot some of my stuff inside, and so, like, stuffing. So, it would not take 45 minutes to an hour. It would take about maybe, at the most, even 20 minutes.
Margaret Breadwell says, "Beautiful muffin. I'm sure Jenna is going to be very happy."
Yeah, we should call her out here and give it to her.
Yeah. Once it's done, then we'll
Right.
give it to her.
Almost done.
Almost.
Stay with me, guys.
Almost there. You can make it. And I like it because it fits so perfect in the little muffin tin because it's an actual muffin tin from the dollar store, which fits in the usual muffin tin wrappers
Oh,
that they have. So,
there we go.
yeah.
All right, so now with my finger, sometimes I just shove it in there and maybe add the tiniest bit more stuffing.
Just to add a little extra.
Now, when you do a
fluff.
hole for a muffin, I wouldn't do this size. I would do it a little bit bigger because if you do this size, you're going to be here forever trying to stuff it. Because you
And
can
see,
do like this
you can
much.
see the frizz coming out of the sides of where she's
Yeah.
sewn it.
So that part you'll have to pick out or you can just leave it. But if you're going to sell any kind of homemade, obviously if you sell this, you make it a lot nicer looking. Practice.
Here comes Jenna.
Here she comes. Almost done. Quick,
Uh-oh.
hurry.
Muffin's out of view.
Hi, Jenna.
Hi.
I'm making you
How are
a
you,
muffin.
Pickle?
So Jenna, what was if you could have one felt food, what would it be? What would you like me?
I think a muffin.
A muffin, perfect. So you want me to make you a muffin, perfect. It's about to come true.
Say hi.
Hi.
They've asked before if I can make them pizza. I may make them pizza in the future, but they have slices of play food pizza of the plastic, and so I found that's just a lot easier if they already have it. Okay, now this part I usually just go back. Let me do one more. Oh, that's
What
my
was
phone.
that?
That was my phone.
Oh, it's over there under the felt.
I don't know why I brought it out.
My phone just did that too.
Okay, last one right there. Like I said, you guys, it doesn't have to look perfect. It just has to.
Jennifer E says, "Hi, Jenna."
Hi.
What have you been doing today? You been playing?
No, I was just laying down and just my
Set the camera upright. Here, Pickle, why don't you come stand over here?
All right, guys. So we'll be ending the video in a second. I'll finish this knot up if my hands will work, and then we'll get. Oh, perfect.
Has to go to Sam's Club for mulch.
Ooh, Sam's Club.
Bye.
I love
Thanks for
Sam's Club.
joining.
Thank you for joining.
Bye.
Okay,
Here, Pickle, come see my lap.
and there goes that knot.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to elbow you in the head.
It's okay.
If I can get this to work. My fingers won't.
There we go.
cooperate. Almost done.
Here.
Sit right here.
She's making the muffin for you. Oh, almost there.
There we go.
She's finishing it up. She's putting the
Tying
knots on and everything.
There you go. Now
It's
show the
done.
muffin.
It's so cute. Here, show it to the camera.
Yeah, show the camera. There's your fluffy muffin, and it fits
It's
perfectly
adorable.
in there.
An adorable blueberry muffin. Oh, it's so cute.
All right, guys. Hope you liked this tutorial. If you want to see it again, go just start from the beginning, and it does not take an hour and 20 minutes. Wow, it just takes usually 20 minutes
Yeah.
to make. It's a super easy. Kids love it. You can make all kinds of flavors, including blueberry or banana chip or purple. I'm not sure what flavor. Grape muffins.
You can make orange or apple
Yeah,
or banana or chocolate or
an apple one would be cute. I should work on that.
Oh, an apple one, yeah, where it has like the
Or-
little apple
or
chunks,
blueberry one.
squares.
Yeah, blueberry one. So thanks for joining, you guys.
Yep.
Have a great day.
If you have any more questions, suggestions, or
Yeah.
anything, if you're rewatching the video, put them in the
Yeah,
comments
if you
below.
have any questions on how I did this, put in the comments below. If you have any felt foods you'd like to see, put that in the comments below as well. But I think that should be it. So, all right, bye guys. Thanks for joining. You say bye.
bye.
Bye. You're good. Bye.
So this can